Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing with you tips that you can use to build the perfect hair care regimen that actually works. Building the correct hair care regimen that actually works is super important, especially if you want to see growth, if you want your hair to be thicker, longer, and if you want to just enjoy the way your hair looks. The first thing that you can do when it comes to building out your hair care regimen is know what type and hair texture you have. Do you have fine hair? Do you have thin hair? Do you have coarse hair? Do you have coily hair? Do you have curly hair? Do you wear your hair straight? Are you natural? These are all the things that you need to consider when you are developing your hair care regimen. Different hair textures require different things. Products that I use on my relaxed hair that work well for me may not work well for you if you're natural, if you have coily hair. I also have a finer hair texture, so products that work well for you may be a little bit too much for me. I used a conditioner by Joico recently in one of my videos. My hair was moisturized, okay? It wasn't no denying that. I didn't use that conditioner anymore because it's simply too heavy for me. The conditioner claims to moisturize thick, coarse, and coily hair. A product like that, really all it did was sit on my hair. It really wasn't able to really penetrate because it was just too heavy and too much for my hair strands. My hair was oilier than normal. It didn't have that same movement and flow like normal, and that's because the product was literally just sitting on my hair, weighing my hair down, and it wasn't for me. I could definitely see a girl that has thick, natural hair, wears her hair in wash and goes, or wears her natural afro puff. I can see her absolutely loving that conditioner. Not only do certain textures need a little bit more or need a little bit less, and you want to make sure you're catering to what your hair actually needs so that it can thrive and grow, but if the product is not doing what it's supposed to do for your hair, as far as if it's too much, or you actually need a heavier product, more than likely, you're not gonna enjoy the way your hair looks either after using that product. The second thing that you want to consider when you are building your healthy hair care regimen is how you're gonna balance protein and moisture. Our hair needs moisturizing products to help our hair be more manageable and soft, as well as dry hair is brittle, breaks, and does not retain length. Protein is needed to maintain the strength of our hair. If our hair is too weak and does not have that protein, it's just going to break and we're not going to be able to sustain our hair either. I like to alternate my products. I will use a strengthening or protein shampoo, and I will use a moisturizing shampoo, and then I will use a conditioner that has both. This is the perfect balance. It does not dry my hair out. My hair is strong. I'm not experiencing a lot of breakage on a day-to-day basis or wash day. This has really helped me to thicken up my hair and retain length. My hair is strong, but it's not brittle. My hair is moisturized, but it's not breaking. See what I mean? Number 3, when it comes to building a healthy hair care regimen, is you want to wash with the right shampoo and the right frequency. It's important to me to pick a shampoo that gets my hair clean but does not strip my hair and make my hair really dry. We don't want our hair to be stripped to the point that it's dry and unmanageable, because this is what causes breakage. You also want to pay attention to the frequency in which you wash your hair. Some people aren't able to wash their hair twice a week. Some people are not able to wash their hair once a week. Some people have to wash their hair every other week. I noticed that when I wash my hair every week, it's enough to get my hair clean, to start over, but my hair and scalp is not dry and suffering as a result. If you're someone who needs to wash your hair every week or every other week, but you've been washing it a little too much and you've been washing it like every few days or twice a week, you're gonna notice because your scalp is gonna become dry and irritated and your hair is gonna become brittle. Now you're gonna start to experience breakage, and you're gonna also have dry and irritated scalp, which is going to affect your hair growth as well. The fourth thing that you want to really pay attention to when it comes to developing your hair care regimen is figure out how you are going to condition and deep condition your hair on a regular basis. Not only do you want to be using a rinse out conditioner every time you do your hair, but you also want to make sure you're using a deep conditioner or some sort of mask as well. You want to make sure you use that rinse out conditioner after you wash your hair, because this is going to restore that moisture after you just washed your hair. And you want to make sure you use that mask or deep conditioning treatment after you wash and condition your hair, because this is going to further hydrate your hair and also repair your hair. The fifth thing that you want to make sure you do as well, and this is very important, is you want to make sure that you're using a leave-in conditioner. Leave-in conditioners are great and so important in our healthy care regimen and routine, because not only does it provide extra hydration to our hair, but it protects our hair from styling and offers a barrier between the heat that we're going to use if you heat style your hair. This is going to greatly reduce the breakage that you experience with your hair. I like to use the leave-in that is light, but is also moisturizing. Or are you the type of person that needs a leave-in that is thicker and more nourishing? The sixth thing that you want to do when you're developing your healthy hair care regimen is protect your hair from heat. This is something that I used to neglect, that I did not think was important. I was like, oh, there's heat protection in my leave-in. Like, I don't need to use an actual heat protectant. I don't need to use that. I wash my hair with a good shampoo. I use the good conditioner. All of those have products in them that help to protect my hair from heat. If you have been thinking like me on this, I encourage you to just try a heat protectant and see what the long-term impacts of using an actual heat protectant will be. For me, it was a reduction in heat damage. I am relaxed, and yes, relaxed hair girls can still experience heat damage, so you want to make sure you protect your hair from that. Before I blow dry my hair, I use a heat protectant before I blow dry it. It's just a spray on heat protectant that protects my hair from heat as I'm blow drying it. And then before I flat iron my hair, I use a small amount of oil, which protects my hair from heat as well. Minimize the amount of heat that you're using overall. I started letting my hair air dry just a little bit before I go in with the blow dryer. Not only does this minimize breakage because my hair is not sopping wet when I go in with the blow dryer, but it cuts down the amount of time that I have to spend using that direct heat and blow drying my hair. Use rollers or other methods of styling your hair that involve less direct heat. Turn down the amount of heat that you're using when you're flat ironing your hair. Try flat ironing at 370 or below. After you flat iron, if you like to go back in and curl your hair, lower your temperature when you go back in to add the curls. That will also reduce the amount of heat that you're using. Number 7 that you want to do when you are developing your healthy hair care regimen is avoid a regimen that involves over manipulation. Constantly brushing and combing your hair, to constantly changing your hairstyles, or wearing hairstyles that are just too tight and cause too much tension on your hair. Even though we take care of our hair throughout the week, we take care of our hair day by day, if you're just doing too much to it, it's gonna break. If anybody understands how boring hair can be sometimes and how it's just fun to just change up your hair, I understand. But when it comes to the health of your hair, sometimes you just need to leave it alone and avoid doing things that cause tension and over manipulation and all of that. Number 8, when it comes to building a healthy hair care regimen, is you want to trim your split ends and make sure you are properly caring for your ends. I like to trim every 8 to 10 weeks. I like that really blunt look. I like that heavy look. Trimming my ends is how I get that. All your hair is going to do is continue to break upwards instead of growing downwards if you have a lot of split ends. This also will reduce the amount of shedding and breakage that you have. Number 9, when it comes to developing a healthy hair care regimen, this one is gonna go right back to ends. You wanna make sure you're looking after those ends, moisturizing and sealing those ends with a lightweight oil or a light cream. I was someone that did not believe in moisturizing and sealing until my hair started getting longer, and it was getting longer, but it was the same length for years. Our ends are the oldest part of our hair, and because they are the oldest part of our hair, they can tend to be the driest part of our hair. So we want to make sure we moisturize them lightly to just keep them lubricated and prevent them from being dry and brittle and breaking off. This is going to help to reduce the amount of split ends you have and also help you retain length. Number 10, when it comes to developing a healthy hair care regimen, is to eat a balanced diet and make sure you're drinking enough water. You want to make sure you're eating a diet that is rich in vitamins. Vitamins like E and biotin, these are really good for our hair. They not only keep our hair strong and healthy, but also give us that shine that we like. You also want to drink an adequate amount of water. This is going to keep those blood cells flowing and moving and make sure that your hair is hydrated from within. Those are my tips on how to develop a healthy hair care regimen, one that actually works and is going to help you to succeed with your hair goals. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.